Feel free to use the Q&A feature of Zoom to submit those, and we'll be sure to answer those at the end of the presentation. Now, I will be the first to say we are not going to answer all of your questions in this short webinar. However, we hope to give you a good idea of what the transition to Omnify will look like over the next 60 days. We will also be out and about at the upcoming bookkeeper meetings, as well as many other conferences throughout the year. I am Katie Davis, and I am the COBRA manager with Omnify. Today, we are going to introduce ourselves and discuss at a very high level what the implementation process will look like with Omnify, partnering with the EHA for medical and dental COBRA. When we think about who Omnify is, we want you to know that yes, we are affiliated with Union Bank and Trust. We are a division within the bank. We got our start back in 2005 when a number of employers began asking for HSA administration. Then fast forward 10 years, we added flexible spending accounts as well as COBRA administration. While we currently work with over 35 schools and community colleges across the state, for those of you that don't know, we are located in Lincoln. Being a local Nebraska bank, we are rooted in our community with many branches across the state as well. Being local has allowed us to focus on relationships with our clients and get to know them on a personal level. You will always have a face that you can put with a name. Here are some of the familiar faces that you will see should you attend a bookkeeper meeting or any of the other school conferences throughout the year. Many of you are already working with Jennifer Ainsworth, our Senior Relationship Manager. She typically deals with health savings accounts and flexible spending accounts. Let me introduce you to Andrea Howard. She is our Business Development Manager, and you will also see her at many conferences. We do have her on the call here today. She will help manage the Q&A portion of our presentation. And I've already introduced myself, but I am Katie Davis. As I mentioned, we offer COBRA administration for health and flexible spending accounts, along with many other services. We want you to know that we are a full service employee benefits provider. At Omnify, we want to be a resource for you and your team, whether we administer your benefit accounts or not. If you have a question and you feel like you're not getting an answer from your current provider, please reach out to us. We are always happy to share information that will help promote knowledge of these products and services for the benefit of the people that they serve. Now, let's jump into information specifically geared towards this implementation. The partnership with the Educators Health Alliance for Omnify to administer medical and dental COBRA. Now, this may raise a lot of questions from you saying, what about our vision and FSA COBRA? You as a school will have to decide if you are going to keep your FSA and vision COBRA with the current COBRA administrator, or if you would like to move that over to Omnify as well. I will have contact information at the end of this presentation if you are interested in moving additional benefits over to Omnify. As you can see here, this is a very high-level timeline of the implementation process. You can see at the very top that we are going to have weekly platform trainings for you to familiarize yourself with the platform. Not noted on here is that Omnify will be working very closely with Blue Cross Blue Shield to get all of your plan-specific information, rates, and current COBRA medical and dental enrollees into the Omnify platform. Please note that entries for COBRA qualifying events will begin on May 1st. What we have found is that it is a better experience for the COBRA qualified beneficiary to get one qualifying events notice from the COBRA administrator that will be administering their COBRA when their COBRA goes into effect. This helps mitigate confusion on their part and prevent any potential delays in getting their enrollment established and the carriers notified. Omnify will be sending takeover notices to those COBRA enrollees that are currently enrolled in COBRA to let them know who we are and where they can begin sending their medical and dental payments in June. Also know there will be ongoing communication throughout this implementation, helping to guide you on what to expect next, any upcoming deadlines, along with training and resources. So be on the lookout. As I mentioned, Omnify will be working very closely with Blue Cross Blue Shield to get that plan-specific information into our portal. Also in April, we will get user forms out, as well as portal credentials. When credentials are created, an email from Omnify WealthCare COBRA will be sent out with a link for you to establish your username and password. Again, we will also be at the upcoming bookkeeper meetings in April. In early May, we'll be working to notify all of those COBRA enrollees by sending them that takeover notice with that information on how they can access their own web portal and our Omnify contact information. We do have call center staff located here in Lincoln ready to assist them with any questions they may have with this transition. While Omnify is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, there are still a few responsibilities that the schools will need to take care of to ensure a smooth transition. Schools are going to want to make sure that they complete their portal user form and get those returned back to Omnify. Portal user forms are going to be sent to all superintendents and sent via DocuSign. That same day these portal user forms are sent, an email will go out to all contacts communicating to everyone that this form needs to be completed and returned. Once the plan build is complete with Blue Cross Blue Shield, schools will receive their portal access email and need to go in and approve the plan setup and rates. As shown on the high-level timeline a couple slides ago, we will have training webinars hosted throughout April and May. Our recommendation is to attend one of those early to help familiarize yourself with the system, and attend again in May when you as a school will be responsible for making entries for COBRA qualifying events into the Omnify platform. While we are not going to have a demonstration of the platform today, I do want to tell you a little bit more about the platform. The Omnify COBRA platform offers a 3-minute entry wizard. Now, I can tell you that I spent the better part of 10 years in your shoes when I was doing benefits administration. Had I had a COBRA system that only took me 3 minutes to enter an individual, I can tell you I would have been a much more efficient employee. You may be already thinking, all right, Katie, I'm going to put you to the test, and that it's only going to take me 3 minutes. Well, I am totally fine with you testing me. I've already had one client put me to the test. I might add we had coffee on the line. And while I'm still waiting for my coffee from them, I do want to let you know that my order is a white chocolate mocha with oat milk. All joking aside though, our system, you will find that our system is very user-friendly and easy to get those entries into the system. Another awesome feature of our system is on-demand reporting. Omnify will still send you your monthly reports for those participants that are enrolled in COBRA or those whose election is pending. However, if you find yourself being curious and want to take a look at your COBRA population, the system gives you that transparent access. You can go in and pull reports whenever you need them. The system also gives you the flexibility to add or remove columns that are meaningful to you and arrange the report before you even export it. Coming from the benefit administration world, I've always felt like the COBRA participant has traditionally had the least access to their own COBRA coverage out of anybody. Not only is our system transparent for you as the employer, it's also transparent for the COBRA participant. COBRA participants will be able to log in to their own portal, download any COBRA letters that they have been mailed, make their elections, review their elections, and make a payment, all under the same login. Any open enrollment changes are also made by participants within the same portal. Thank you for joining us today. This wraps up our What's Next webinar. At this time, we are going to answer any of your questions that you may have submitted. Andrea,
All
do you have
right.
any answers?
Looking here, thank you, Katie, for that. I think, the overall goal was to make sure that this was short and sweet and to ensure, though, that you knew what to expect next from Omnify. I think Katie mentioned here that what kind of communication will be expected, but Katie, will you remind them one more time about the user portal forms, because that will be the next communication on what will come out to them and what to expect and how to complete that?
Yeah, so those user portal forms are going to be sent to superintendents because it was mentioned to us that the superintendents are the ones with the signing privileges for the schools. So those will go out in early April. Our next communication that will be coming out to you guys, though, will be just next week, and that will be a listing of our webinar training. So you can register for one or more of those to make sure you are all set as we progress through the next 60 days.
And Katie, you teased that says, hey, you're not going to see the platform today, but when will they be able to see that platform?
Great question, Andrea. Yes, those portal trainings will be a full demonstration of all the capabilities within the portal. So when that email goes out early next week, make sure you get signed up for one of those so you can get your eyes and get that first look on the platform.
Wonderful. I do not see any questions. We can leave it here for just another couple of seconds here. If anyone does have anything specific, please put it in the Q&A and or that chat, either one. I am monitoring. I think the big thing is just remember you will be seeing additional communication coming from Omnify over the next 60 days with next steps, a few deadlines, additional trainings and resources. And then you will also be seeing additional resources in the EHA site EHA website starting in May. We do have a question here. This is replacing PayFlex, correct? Katie, you want to elaborate there?
Yep, I can elaborate. So the contract with the EHA is for medical and dental COBRA. However, being a full service benefits provider, if you as the school would like to reach out and see if we can, work something out and also handle any flexible spending accounts, health savings accounts, or that FSA and Vision COBRA, definitely reach out to us. We have that COBRA@omnifybenefits.com email right on your screen. If you are interested in transitioning all of your COBRA over to Omnify, you can certainly send us an email and we will get in touch with you.
Perfect. Thank you, Katie. And yes, so that is replacing the PayFlex COBRA that we currently, the EHA has that agreement with for medical and dental. The other question, Katie, this is going to be, let's see, the portal user sent to the business director instead of the superintendent. Let's see, if you want, I'm checking here, what we will be doing from our understanding, I'm going to take this question here, Katie, from our understanding that we would just go ahead and superintendents were the ones that typically needed to sign that form, just giving authorization for the person who has access to our portal. It's a one-time form that they will only ever need to complete once. If there is an authorized signer besides the superintendent that it should be going to, please reach out to us directly at our COBRA@omnifybenefits.com to let us know if the superintendent should not be the one signing this form. Again, it's a one-time form. It's just telling us who should have access to the online portal. But yes, if that should be going to someone else, please reach out to us. We will get that updated in our system to ensure that the right person does get that DocuSign link to complete that form. This webinar, yes, will be recorded, and we will be getting that out to you as soon as possible. It will also be sending out email communication on how to find that, whether it's directly in that email or we put it on the EHA website. It will be one of those two locations. And then, like I said, other material we are working on getting up on the EHA website. We are still working on that process, so it will be closer to May when that is available. We did have a question though, or the PDF file for the screenshot materials. If you would want access to that, we will also make sure with that recording, all of that is available as soon as possible. And we will, as soon as that is, let you know that too, and how you can gain access to it. Great questions.
Perfect. Well, not seeing any more. If you think of any questions as we progress through the next 60 days, that COBRA@omnifybenefits.com is going to be your go-to email to reach us, even if it's looking at, possibly transferring your other benefits over to Omnify. We'll use that one email, make it easy for everyone. If you're curious to take a look at some of the other services that we offer, you can go to that website below, omnifybenefits.com/employer, to review everything that Omnify does offer. Not seeing any more questions come in. I want to thank you all for joining today. Make sure you stop by and see us at the upcoming bookkeeper meetings and the other conferences throughout the year.